so many entrepreneurs that are my age or maybe a little bit younger, they want to have, quote, meetings, end quote, online, over the phone, or they don't even want to meet. They just want to have email conversations or get into Slack or text messaging, and they don't want to meet people in person. I think if you have an opportunity to meet someone in person, it's super powerful. Now, I'm not saying every single meeting that I have is an in-person meeting, but when I have an opportunity to have an in-person meeting, I try to do it. I don't do it all the time, and even sometimes when I could do an in-person meeting, I don't. But there's something about talking to someone in person, physically in the same room, and if you can't do that for whatever reason, over a video conference call is even better. There's been many times where I've had conference calls over the phone or even podcast interviews where I can't see the person, and it's just awkward. There's something about not seeing the person, not picking up on their body expressions and their facial expressions. In-person meetings are super important. I think this is especially the case if you are talking to a prospective client. Now, you can always have phone calls, like I said, and it's okay to text every once in a while, but you have to see them in person at least once. So here at Array Digital, as part of our process, when we're dealing with a prospective client who is not local, then we will start with a phone call, but the next step is to actually conduct what we call a digital marketing review and present it to them. That presentation, we need it to be by video. All right, so this is a video conference. We use Google Hangouts. You could use all sorts of different tools. There's hundreds of them out there. But we get the person on the screen, and we can hear them as well. And we at least get some eye-to-eye contact. Now, if they're a local prospect, then we drive to them. And we'll drive sometimes as far as an hour and a half, 2 hours away, because it's just that important. We're in the Norfolk market, and I was dealing with a prospect in Richmond. That's about an hour and a half away. And after we had the 15-minute phone call, and we were highly recommended to him by one of our existing clients, he wanted to meet on Monday at 9 a.m. Again, hour and a half away. So that meant getting up pretty early and getting on the road pretty early, and I didn't want to be late, so I left extra early. But you know what? We did it. I did it. I got up early. I got there. I was there at 9 o'clock in the morning, and that in-person meeting is going to seal the deal. So it's super important to get in front of your prospects whenever you can. Don't defer to email and phone calls if you can have an in-person meeting.